Hi everyone and welcome to Defi Daily, the channel where every day we talk about DeFi, going through different analysis, tutorials and news. Today we are going to talk about Spookyswap. That is one of the most interesting and most promising platforms into the DeFi ecosystem of Fantom. Yes, from today on we will start also talking about Fantom. So if you have any suggestion or any question about this kind of ecosystem, just write me into the comments below. Before to start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you are new. It's really easy. All you have to do is just press the subscribe button. If you want to also receive a notification into your device, just press the ring bell button. And please leave me also a thumbs up to help you spread the word, reach more people and grow the channel. If you do, I will really appreciate it. Thank you guys. A quick disclaimer also, always remember that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that could be a great idea, but please do always your own research first. Okay, we are ready now to start and to jump into the platform of Spookyswap. Spookyswap, this is the website of Spookyswap. And the first thing that we notice is that they are starting with their metrics. Right now they have almost 400 million locked inside the platform. And after that you can find the different features they are offering right now: swapping tokens, supplying liquidity, staking at farms, and here also all the cross-chain collaborations. And personally, this is something that I like, seeing a project that is not just focusing to take out the product, just the interface, just the app, like a quick and dirty way, but they are also spending some time to explain where they are headed, what kind of partnership they have built, and this is something that, at least in my opinion, is helping to build trust with the users that they are approaching for the first time their own platform. And about this, I really find really nice also reading this part here. User-centric. We are trying to make crypto less cryptic every day. We value both functionality and usability. As I said many times in the different video, I really believe that the future is building a platform that has a really high level of usability. The DeFi world is not just for speculation. It's something that if you want to become a mass market tool, it has to become more useful. So I really love to see projects that are aware of this kind of challenge and they want to invest in this direction. And here there are also some other information that I invite you to have a look before using this platform and as a habit to have every time you are approaching a new platform. Before to start digging in the platform and the different feature, I would like to have a look also to the metrics of the platform. And I would like to start with DeFi Llama. As you can see here, this is the Fantom total value lock ranking. And the first thing that we are taking out is that the total value locked inside the Fantom ecosystem is growing like crazy. So stay updated on what is going on Fantom, because in the next couple of weeks or months we can see some new and great and interesting news that can push this kind of ecosystem even higher. Spookyswap right now is in the second position of the total value locked into the DeFi ecosystem of Fantom with a value of 330 million, something around this kind of amount. It is just second to AnySwap, that is also leveraged by Spookyswap for a cross-chain activities, so to allow users to move funds and assets from one blockchain to the Fantom blockchain to be able obviously to use Spookyswap, otherwise it would be impossible. As you can see here, the total value locked has grown a lot in the last month, specifically from the mid of August until the beginning of September. After that has decreased a bit, also due to the whole contraction of the market related to what was happening with Bitcoin. And right now has recovered, and we will see if Spookyswap will be able to grow even more. About the price, as you can see, the price of Spookyswap, the token of Spookyswap is called BOO, has gone from a maximum of $24 to a minimum of 2.57, and now in the last month it has recovered almost to reach the previous all-time high. And if you look also to the market cap, you will see that even if the price has gone like 10x from here to here, the total market cap is in any case really small. We are talking about just 75 million. So it is something that even if we have just seen so high growth, it didn't take the capitalization to some incredible number like we have just seen, for example, on ShareSwap, where the total market cap, at least the fully diluted one, reached an amount over 3 billion. And if you missed that video, I will leave you also the link in the right corner here. So in this case, we are talking about a project that it has a much organic growth, and at least in my opinion it is something that is much more healthy. The fully diluted market cap is also around 200 million, so even in this case we are not talking about a project that is over evaluated. Yes, that's true that we have experienced this kind of growth, this kind of spike, but we have already corrected a bit. What's the problem with this kind of project, and why we can't say that just because it has a quite small total market cap, it will grow in the next couple of months? The main problem is related to the tokenomics. And the reason is that in the next 3 years, as you can see here, after the initial mint, the remaining supply will be minted over 3 years. It means that in the next 3 years, we will have a continuous selling pressure because the tokens will be distributed as an incentive to people that are providing liquidity to the platform. Will receive some new tokens, and more tokens are on the market, higher is the probability that someone wanna take some profits and is creating some selling pressure that inevitably taking the price down. Anyway, as we will see in a moment going through the whole platform, there is also in place some mechanisms that helps the price to stay higher and to maintain a more sustainable price. Anyway, my overall opinion about this project, about the tokenomics, about the price, is that we are talking about a healthy project that can have the ability to grow much more in the next couple of months. In any case, always be aware that we are always talking about projects that are really young. So it is too early just to take any kind of final judge. It's just an impression, just like the perception that we have, the feelings that we have when we are using a platform. But it doesn't mean that the feelings have to always be right. So before investing in anything, always do your own research, because maybe my feelings could be different from yours, and it's not written anywhere that my feelings are better than yours. So be aware that what we are talking about is just something that it's not definitive, can change during the time, because we are just at the beginning of this whole DeFi journey. Just be aware that you have always to distinguish your strategy in the short term, where you can just speculate, and the strategy in the long term, where you have to look much more at the fundamentals of projects. Okay, going on, I don't want to lose too much time on it. If you want to know something else, just write me into the comments and I will be more than happy to answer to you. This is the roadmap that they have provided, and you can find it into the documentation here under the label roadmap. This is a way of working that I really appreciate because it's really clear, it's really easy to retrieve in which direction is headed the process, and for each feature is also written, as you can see here, if it is checked, it means that it has been completed. And it is going until the Q4 of the 21. Anyway, if you want to know more about the whole roadmap, I highly suggest you to have a look to their documentation, and you will find the link into the description below. Okay, another thing that is really interesting to know is that the bridging every token into Fantom Opera is fee-free. What does it mean? It means that you don't have to pay any fee for moving your asset from another blockchain to Fantom. And this is something that is really useful because most of the time we are paying quite a lot, especially if we have funds on Ethereum. If you want to move funds from Ethereum to Arbitrum to Polygon or whatever you want to move them, you will have to pay a high amount of fee. So having this kind of opportunity to test, to use, to try the Fantom ecosystem is something that is really nice. Also in this case, you can find all the information here into the documentation. Another hint that I will leave you that could be useful is how to receive a free Fantom gas. And here you can find also some instructions to receive some gas to use to spend into the transaction without paying with your Fantom coins. We have finished this just brief overview about the whole project. Let's have a look on how does it work, the platform, and what kind of feature is offering. I would like to start with the most basic feature, that is the swap feature. As you can see, this kind of interface is something that we have seen many times. All you have to do is to choose the token that you own and you want to exchange, the amount, and the kind of token or coin that you want to receive. Down here, you have also the possibility to set the slippage tolerance. What does it mean, slippage? It means the amount of discrepancy between the price that you have seen at the moment when you selected the two tokens and the price that it's really used to complete the transaction. So if the discrepancy is going over the percentage that you have fixed into your slippage settings, the transaction will be stopped and you will receive a message that will ask to you if you want to continue or not, or if you want to change any kind of number. You can also decide to use a limit order, and a limit order is just an order that is triggered in the moment when a certain price is reached. Let's try to make an example to have clear how does it work, this limit order. The first thing that you have to choose is the amount of FTM that you want to sell to receive your BOO. Let's say that you want to sell 1 FTM. And as you can see here, you can choose the price. So how many FTM are needed to receive 1 BOO? This is what is written here where is highlighted. Let's say that we want to have a price of 10. It means that in the moment when the price of 1 BOO reach the amount of 10 FTM, that it means that is 14% below the actual market price, your order will be triggered and it will be completed. Otherwise, if your conditions are not reached and are not triggered, your order will be simply not be completed. Okay, going on, let's go here and we have the liquidity. Also, the liquidity is something that it is quite common in the whole market of the DeFi. As usual, you have to choose what kind of token or coin do you want to provide in the first field, and also in the second one. Choose the amount. Remember that as it is written here, the amount of tokens that you want that you have to provide for each token has to be equal in value. Value, it means in dollar, for both of the token. It means that, for example, if you want to add $500 FTM, you should add also $500 of the other token that you want to provide. Once you have completed this operation, you will have to confirm the transaction and sign in with your wallet. You will find your position here. Obviously, here and right now it is written that connect your wallet because I haven't connected mine. In exchange, you will receive some LP tokens. The LP tokens is the token that is representing the liquidity you have just added to a specific pool. You can use this LP token to come into the farm feature, and as you can see here, there are many different pairs. For each pair, you can just click. Let's say that you have added FTM BOO liquidity to liquidity feature right here. On the farm feature, you will have the opportunity to stake your LP tokens that you have just received in exchange of the liquidity you have just added. The actual reward is 63%, and as you can see, if you go here, you will find that this 63% is due to 59% of farm APR. It means the rewarding that you are receiving in the token of BOO. BOO is the token of the platform, plus a 3.57% that is the APR calculated on the fees that are collected from the swapping that are happening into the platform. Obviously, higher is the volume of transactions of swaps that are happening on the platform, higher is also the earn fees and so the APR that you will receive from your staking of the LP. All you have to do here is just approve to stake, obviously, and after that add your LP tokens. You will have a field where you have to write the amount of LP tokens that you want to add, confirm the transaction, approve it with your wallet, and you are done. There are many different pools. All you have to do is to choose the one that is better for you. Always remember that pools with inside two tokens that are not pegged to the same value will also encounter the impermanent loss. If you are not sure on what is the impermanent loss, I will leave you also the link in the right corner here. But before to do anything, before adding liquidity and before staking any kind of LP tokens, please be sure to be aware on what is the impermanent loss, because the impermanent loss can really ruin all the gains that you are projecting to receive for a certain kind of token. And it doesn't matter if the price of the tokens goes up or down. The problem is that if the price is moving, it doesn't care in which direction, you will encounter some impermanent loss and you are at risk to lose also money. So do well your math and be aware of it before doing anything. Okay, let's go to the staking feature because it's something that is really interesting. How does it work? It works that in the moment when you add your BOO into the staking feature, you will receive in exchange some xBOO. As you can see, the value of one xBOO is changing during the time, and the reason is because inside one xBOO are also accumulating all the APR, all the rewards, or specifically all the fees that are collected through the swaps. As you can see from here, now that buyback is enabled, the trade fee change such 0.17 goes to LP providers and 0.03 goes to a contract which swaps the collected fees into BOO and send the BOO to the xBOO pool. It means that this pool is collecting for each swap that is happening into the platform, the 0.03%, and it is collecting them into the xBOO pool. And this is something that is similar to what we have seen also on Trader Joe. If you missed that video, I will leave you also the link in the right corner here, so you can have a look. Trader Joe is one of the most important platform into the Avalanche ecosystem. This way of using the staking feature is something that is really interesting because it allows to reward people without minting new tokens. And it is avoiding also some new selling pressure, but on the other side is creating buying pressure, because through this mechanism they are buying back tokens, so they are sustaining the price. And this is a mechanism that is much more sustainable in the long term. Differently from what we have seen, for example, on Trader Joe, at least the last time that I have checked the platform, it wasn't like this. What is nice with this xBOO is that you can use them to stake them and to start earning some other tokens. It's like they have added some partnership. They are allowing you to stake your xBOO to earn some other tokens. And as you can see, also the APR are quite decent, because we are talking about 30%, 34%, and so on. And this is something really good, because it helps, it encourages people to not just selling their BOO, but taking, but holding them and using them inside the ecosystem to earn some more passive income. To give you an idea of a successful case of a project that has been able to create many use cases, even if the selling pressure and the minting pressure was really high, is Cake of the PancakeSwap platform. PancakeSwap with K has been able to create different dynamics that has encouraged people to not just selling their tokens, their cake, but also keeping them to start earning more passive income through the farm pools from the farm and the syrup pools. And this is something that different platforms are trying to innovate, like for example Spookyswap, and this is something that I really like, because the main problem with the farming tokens is that they tend to lose value during the time, because the more tokens are on the market, the less is the value of that kind of token. Remember that each pool has also a deadline, as you can see here, and if you click for each of them you can find a different one. There is a timeline of when this kind of pool will close. It means that in the moment when the time is ended, you will also stop earning some tokens from that kind of pool. So remember to check every time and to be aware on what time will end that kind of pool, so you can correct and manage your funds. Let's now try to summarize what we have seen, and let's try to understand what we can say about this platform. At least in my opinion, we are talking about a project that I really like it. I really like the way they are moving, I really like the way they are communicating, I really like the way they are trying to be layer by layer to sustain the price of the token and to create more dynamics to help people earn some sustainable yields. Because it is really important not just to offer something that can dump any moment soon, but it is also nice having platforms that are focusing to create some dynamics that is really focusing on creating value for the user. And at least for what I have seen until now on Spookyswap, I can say that they are headed in a right direction. As always, as I said also before, don't rush in anything, because we are always talking about a really young project, and also the whole Fantom ecosystem is something that is really young. We will see how it will behave and how it will evolve in the next couple of months and years. So yes, I will use Spookyswap. I will try to dig into the platform, and I'm really curious to know what will happen next. If you have any question about this project, just write me into the comments below and I will be more than happy to answer to you. And please leave me also a thumbs up to help me spread the word and reach more people and grow the channel, and subscribe to be always updated every time I post a new video. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow with another video, and see you soon. Bye.